Yeah, man, that's crazy. 40 days, God, I've been Swayze. Grew the beard out, that ain't shady. That's a bird, man, I ain't baby. Talking hope out, that's so crazy. How I got a shot, raised the bean sprout up, put a crown up on her head so the boys seeing, no, that's a lady. If you ain't catch a double that time on the last rhyme, dog, I could help you. I got plenty more where that came from. When I brainstorm, I need shelter. It's enough water from the most high, even low tide, he gon' wet you. Better learn how to dance in the rain, ain't no use without an umbrella. When I yap for the king, I'ma lap anything on the track. When I rap and I scrap in the ring, back in the Mac. When I cock back in the swing, get a pap and you gotta lay flat when it. That's a mantra, change the way y'all see the Father. Sing praise to the Most High, so when most die, y'all see his honor. He was dripping with the backlash, and he let him zip him in the black bag. For the intermission was a hashtag, but the demolition wasn't that sad. It was intuition and the premonition, but the imposition wasn't that bad. It was cynicism with the inhibition, but the bigger vision was the last.
Why they party? I'm in here grinding. Money I'm stacking. Why they rock diamonds? I can't relate to them, ain't my chick calming. I set a goal for me 2 or 3 commas. 7 figures, 8 figures to 9 figures. On a slow pace to get rich quick. Same time we just think different. Cause when you make it, it hit different.
What it do, y'all? It's your partner Dale back in the saddle again for another edition of the Counter Move podcast. Man, thanks so much, guys, for shopping in with your partner. If you could do me a favor, if you guys don't mind, guys, no matter what platform you are, like, share, guys, and either follow up, subscribe with your partner, man. Come kick it with me, man. Let me know what's going on with you, baby. Man, and if you could, guys, I know I look better than you. Take the picture for your mom and holler at your partner. But God bless. Bless. Thank you, guys, for your time. Here is what we're talking about today, guys. It's going to be a really, really good show. Real quickly, guys, let's dive into our topics. First topic, guys, is going to be this here. Man, we're going to revisit this California billionaire tax, guys. Yes, sir, man. There's more news that came out about this, man. This crazy proposal out of California, and it's driving traffic to 2 states, Texas and Florida. Man, Lord. Number 2, man, the $1 trillion war. Man, is there a business, I'd say, a point of view for this Iran war? It is a war. And we're gonna dive into the financial aspects of this thing real fast, guys. Number 3, guys, maybe we're gonna revisit the Texas midterms, guys. Man, we're gonna look at 2 races. And it's really, I'm sorry, it's 2 races, but for 1 seat in the U.S. Senate. We're going to talk about that real fast, guys. And man, it's very interesting. Guys, we're going to talk about, man, all the stuff. What is your counter move with all this information, guys? So, guys, if you could, guys, man, type in with your partner. Let's get it in real fast, man. First topic on the books, man, on the books, Doc. It's going to be, man, this California billionaire tax, y'all. This is crazy town, y'all. I don't know what California is thinking, guys, but I think that they've lost their rocker. It don't make no sense at all, guys, but it's going to be all right. We're going to dive into this thing, guys. We're going to revisit what this California billionaire tax is. It don't make no damn sense. Then we're going to talk about what's happening if people actually billionaires leaving. Oh, man. And they're going to Texas and Florida, guys. And then lastly, guys, man, on this one, man, we're going to talk about some people are for it. And we're going to talk about what's the real reason behind what they're trying to do with this so-called billionaire tax. It's confiscation. Because it's not tax, it's confiscation. Let's get in, guys. Let's dive into this thing real fast, guys. Here we go. Here's CNBC. Real quickly here. Oh, this is new, y'all. Wait a minute. This is new. Hold on, y'all. Wait a minute. This is new. Okay, hold on. This is okay. Here we go. All right, y'all. Here is CNBC. All right. And let's do what they're talking about with this thing, man. Let's dive into this nonsensical law that they're trying to propose, guys, on billionaires. This is crazy town. Let's get into it.
Big issue we've been talking about all morning. California's billionaire tax has a hidden feature. Here's a hint. You can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave.
Wow.
Robert Frank is at the table this morning with the details on that hidden feature.
Yeah, I call it the
Is
hotel.
it a hidden feature? Some people call it a bug.
It's a bug. It's.
You're talking about roaches.
I call it the Hotel California provision.
ridiculous.
So we've all heard these reports. Peter Thiel, Larry Page, and other California billionaires threatening to leave the state over this possible billionaire's tax, but they may be too late. And here's why. A ballot measure that could come up for vote in November would impose a wealth tax of 5% on California residents worth at least $1 billion. We know all that. But proponents say it would raise $100 billion to offset federal cuts for health care. To ensure that billionaires don't rush for the exit,
Look at
the
this.
tax would actually be retroactive to January 1st,
Wow.
2026. So that is last week.
Let's go back real fast. I want you guys to see this real fast. Look at this mess. Look at this, y'all. It's a one-time 5% tax on wealth. Now, they say one time, but as soon as they actually pass the law, guys, we know what could happen. They can really do a bait and switch. Easy work for them. Number two, impose on residents worth $1 billion or more. Key thing says worth. It didn't say cash. It says worth, which means they're tangible assets, which means their businesses, their homes, their cars, paintings, dogs, horses, anything that can generate a value. They actually want to tax you on, get this, on money that's already been taxed. It's already been taxed already. So they want to tax them again only because they believe that they're too rich. All right. Number three, and then retroactive, y'all. Retroactive, which means if you try to leave after January the 1st, 2026, it don't matter. They're going to retroactive back to January 1st. And if you actually have, get this, your house as a resident, right? Or your business, guys, they are coming. This is crazy. These people are crazy. It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense at all, God, what they're doing. Let's keep it going, y'all. We ain't done. Let's get into it.
Tax of 5% on California residents worth at least $1 billion. We know all that. But proponents say it would raise $100 billion to offset federal cuts for health care. To ensure that billionaires don't rush for the exit, the tax would actually be retroactive to January 1st, 2026. So that is last week and 11 months before the tax could actually pass with voters. California has strict tests for proving a new tax domicile. You have to have moved your home.
Look at this.
Your doctors, your bank accounts, your pets, your family photos, your cars, even your country clubs have to have moved. It also
Look at this, y'all. Look at all you have to do in order for you to not be involved with that retroactive portion of this proposed law. Your home address, your doctor's office, your bank accounts, your businesses, in-state presence. What in-state mean presence? What that means, we don't know. They make it up, right? And then vehicle registration, right? And voter registration. Look at all this, y'all. Look at this mess. This is crazy town. It's great. We're not done. Let's get into it.
helps if you move your business. So doing all of that in the final weeks of 2025 would have been difficult. Lawyers say the wealth tax may also be illegal, especially since it would be retroactive. And even if it passes, billionaires would likely challenge it in court.
Sure.
Now, for more on what it takes to actually change your tax residency in California and the potential impact of this billionaire's tax, you can sign up for the new Inside Wealth newsletter out tomorrow at cnbc.com/insidewealth.
Stop right there, guys. Stop right there. Now, guys, let me ask my smart audience. My smart audience. Okay. What is the one thing that billionaires actually have access to? Resources, number one. Number two, those resources give them access to what? The best attorneys and the best accountants and tax strategists. Accountant and tax strategists are two different disciplines, and they have the best in the world. He's correct. They're going to most likely challenge this in court if it does pass, right? Does pass. And I'm trying to find a video real fast of what these two congressmen. But anyways, what I'm saying, guys, is this here is they're not going to be able to acquire any of this money because it's going to be tied up in litigation for a long period of time, guys. So if not, they're saying that this is for health care for low-income individuals. We know what that really means, guys, is illegal immigrants. Let's keep it a band. It's illegal immigrants. This is what this is. Illegal immigrants is all this is. This is for that alone. That's why. And they're trying to blame it on the Trump administration. No. Here's what California was doing, guys. Let me kind of put you on game real fast. What California was realistically doing. What these Bammers was doing. These Bammers was getting money from the federal government, right? Medicare money. Right? Medicare money. Medicare is for U.S. citizens, right? Getting those resources. Then what they were doing was they were actually doing a bait and switch when it comes to a code. So when the money was received, they changed the code within their system, and that money flowed through the state sponsored or the state kind of Medicare system. I think it's called CalCare. I may be wrong on that name. Forgive me if I'm wrong. Correct me if you don't mind. But what they were doing, guys, is doing that way is they were changing the code to where that money can now go to illegal immigrants. The Trump administration got hip to this game and began to say, nope, we are withholding all those resources because you are not giving these funds to U.S. citizens. You're giving these funds to illegal immigrants. California got upset, and hence this billionaire tax. Now get this. Well, they're not going to be able to collect this money from any billionaires. It's not going to happen at all. So guess who's sitting there laying and waiting to get this tax? The middle class. Congratulations, California. You're going to wipe out your entire middle class. Because what's going to happen is the billionaires, they're just going to move out of California and look at this to Jesus come back, right? Easy work to where they come to some type of settlement agreement, right? No problem with it at all. What's going to happen? Then what's going to happen, guys, is this here. They're going to pay it all the way up to the Supreme Court. Then since all this money's been spent on, all your tax money is going to be spent trying to get this money in the courts, guess who's going to be left there holding the bill? Who? The middle class. They coming. They get the hell out of California. Get out. Get out, guys. This is sad what's going on, y'all. It's sad. It's really sad. But guys, we're not done. We're not done. Let's bring in some more information. Y'all think we playing? Bring some more information, guys, real fast. This is new, y'all. Let me get rid of this. Okay. Boom. All right. Here is. Let's bring in Patrick McDavid. Them now. The reason why I want to bring in Patrick McDavid. Them is because of this here. Patrick used to live in California. Him and Tom. They live in California. Listen, and they have someone that's actually there now on the show that actually lives in California. Listen to this mess. Here we go.
Miami Heat. Why does this matter? Okay, this is not a sports podcast, but the Miami Heat's phones are ringing off the hook as California billionaires look to drop 9 figures on homes in the 305.
Wow.
And we're seeing the wealth tax conversation that is taking place. So Sadi Abunza Delgado has sold luxury real estate in South Florida for over 3 decades, typically to doctors or family business owners ready to spend as much as $8 million on a home in the Miami area. Almost overnight, that changed. Her phone started ringing with billionaires, titans of tech and finance looking to drop 9 figures on waterfront properties. I got a flurry of requests and inquiries. Delgado has landed 2 billionaire clients recently, told Business Insider. Had a lot of Zoom calls with people coming in January after the holidays, while the Florida migration among everyday people may have cooled following a pandemic era boom. Billionaires are fueling a spree of massive purchases. They are largely looking to avoid a property California wealth tax, which Delgado said led to the busiest January she's ever experienced. 3 other agents told Business Insider that inquiries picked up at the end of 2025 and into 2026. We know Mark Zuckerberg.
So again, guys, what you're hearing here is the billionaires, Silicon Valley. They are leaving California and they're going to Miami right now. And they're willing to pay 9 figures to buy a home in Florida. Can the middle class do that? The answer is no. So the billionaires have a plan already. Let's keep going, y'all. We're not done. We're not done. Let's get into it.
Just bought a $170 million home. If you want to pull that up, Rob. I think, if I'm not mistaken, there is a Ken Griffin that's building $1 billion home in compound in Palm Beach. And it's going to be the most expensive private residence in America with what he's building. And then you got Sergey Brin and
Citadel's building a massive building in Miami.
Yeah, and by the way, Palantir also announced that they're moving to Miami as well. So, Jeff, what are your thoughts on this story here?
Can we stop calling it a tax? It's not a tax. It's confiscation.
Exactly.
You know, what they're proposing in
Exactly.
California.
Thank you.
Yes.
It's not a tax.
It's not.
It is not a tax.
It's not.
Whatever you think about billionaires, and we should not be demonizing billionaires. Whatever you think about billionaires, it's inherently unfair, and I'm going to use the word. It's un-American. You don't confiscate somebody's wealth just because they're wealthy. So you can understand why they're fleeing California and other places, not just California, Illinois. That's where Citadel was. They're in Chicago.
Correct.
So they're fleeing these blue states, and somebody who's done that before. I mean, I used to live in upstate New York. I moved to Florida for basically the same reasons, certainly not on that level. But you can understand where they're coming from because it's not a tax. It's not a matter of policy disagreements. It's a matter of philosophical disagreements.
Correct.
The government in California philosophically has shifted. It shifted to the point that it demonizes success. It demonizes people who are able to create wealth, essentially, which is what an economy actually needs, is wealth creation. It's no longer just about, hey, we need to raise some revenue for the government. There's a different element to it, and I think finally some of these people who may have supported that in the past have realized that the worm has changed here, and this is something completely. This is categorically different. This is not a tax. This is something completely different.
Yeah. Tom.
Yeah, I love the word. It is confiscation. It's confiscation. It's not what you earned, it's what you have. There's a big difference. You have a big year, you earn a lot, you pay taxes on that. We have a tax code.
Damn right.
And it's progressive. The higher it goes, the higher it goes. And all of a sudden, you hit $1 million, and every dollar above that is 39% to the federal government, and plus whatever is in your state. This is, I don't like what you have after you've paid your taxes. And people need to think about it that way. The so-called billionaire tax is confiscation after they have paid taxes.
Correct.
After they have paid it. So the only thing is jealousy. Oh, well, they've made too much. You want to take it? Or it's socialist confiscation.
Correct.
There's another word here, attraction,
Correct.
and leadership. So attraction and leadership go hand in hand together in Florida. Attraction. Francis Suarez has probably one of the most economically changing tweets in American history. Wouldn't you say, Pat? How can I help?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, there's a crypto conference in Miami, and people realizing, wow, this is what you have to offer. Traffic's not perfect. Things aren't perfect. But you know what? You offer no income taxes. You offer a lot of other things.
Exactly.
And Francis Suarez worked to cultivate that.
Exactly.
So it was attraction and leadership. Then look what DeSantis did leading during COVID. So now Florida's attractive to people, and somehow that's a bad thing. And now you're shocked that millionaires are coming down here to buy, millionaires and billionaires are coming down to buy incredible places in an incredible state. It's the law of attraction, and leadership set it up.
Yeah.
And so,
Right.
but please correct all your friends.
Mark,
Tell them,
you're the only one
isn't
that lives in
thing
California
I'm
right
the
now.
only one that lives in California.
So tell us what's going on.
I would say to the point that you both made, it's absolutely right, and I just want to hit on that point. It's confiscation of property, but I think there's a big misconception by the public to how billionaires hold their wealth.
Correct.
Because what it's really doing is it's forced liquidation of assets.
Yes.
So when you look at, a Jeff Bezos or an Elon Musk, they don't just have billions of dollars of cash in a bank they can just cut a check for. They have it in their stock of their company.
Paper.
And so, yeah, but not just paper, in ownership.
Correct.
And so what they're really being forced to do
intangible, right?
is
It's
they're being
intangible.
forced to give up ownership of their company. And then that ownership is going to go to who? And so then that ownership gets democratized, or it goes to people who don't know how to run or manage
Correct.
that ownership of those properties. So I think that's a really big problem. To your point, though, Pat, yeah, billionaires are leaving. Friends of mine that are not billionaires, but even millionaires, make millions per year. They're leaving right now as well. And the reason why is because it's very easy for the state of California to just turn a dial and bring it down to lower income people without even having to go back through another vote. And so I think that's really bad. And the last thing I'd say is kind of to the point that you said about attracting people. It's a carrot or a stick, right? We look at Dubai. I went to Dubai for the first time 2 years.
So again, guys, they're going on and on. These are California former residents and the current resident in Mark Moss. Go follow Mark Moss. Great guys, great Bitcoin guy, guys. All right. Now, I say this, guys, because what I'm kind of seeing here is when it comes to California, they are the sales pitches. We need to this billionaire tax so that we could take care of health care for illegal immigrants. I mean, so I'm sorry for the. It's really for illegal immigrants, but they say it's for the poor, right? The less fortunate, the ones that they're not covered. They're talking about illegal immigrants, guys. Period. They're talking about them, and it's because the Trump administration cut off the money faucet when it came to Medicare, because California was literally stealing the money by changing the code within their system and taking that money and giving it to the immigrants. That's called theft. That's what they're doing. It's coming, guys. I mean, this is, and the only ones that are going to lose on this. It's going to be who? It's going to be the middle class. Sorry, guys. It is what it is. It is what it is, guys. All right, guys. Great topic. Great topic, guys. Let's go to the next topic, man. I feel sorry. We all know, guys, what's going on here. There is a war going on. There is. It's a war going on, guys. It's a war. But I want to take a little bit of a different take on this. Most everybody has been talking about just about the Iran war, if it's good or bad, things of that nature. I want to focus on something a little bit different. I want to focus on the Iran war, how it could be a $1 trillion war economy in defense, energy, and commodities opportunities. And this comes right after we made a play, the U.S. made a play in Venezuela. And we now control the oil in Venezuela now. And if you look, and we're going to show you in a second, if you look at where a lot of the oil is kind of shipped through, it goes right near Iran. Right now, Iran is actually trying to sink those ships now. And the key thing is, could it allow for the gas prices in the U.S. to go up? Maybe. But we now control the oil in Venezuela. Could this been the plan all along? Is to begin in Venezuela as the precursor to go into Iran. I thought it'd be wise for us to bring in some people that actually know a little bit more about this than I do, right? On this. And how they actually broke this down. This was brilliant to me. Let's bring back in a guys from Bag Chamber real quickly, guys. Let's dive into this thought process. This is a thought process. I don't have any evidence hard from the government. This is just a thought about me. But it came from listening to this. Here we go.
Next story. So while this is going on, do you know who was on 60 Minutes last night? Reza Pahlavi. Okay. Did you guys watch it? Did you watch the whole thing? Clips, okay. So Reza Pahlavi was on 60 Minutes. Obviously, we can't play it because every time we do 60 Minutes, cuts it off. But it was interesting. He did get emotional. He cried about one of the firemen that was carrying somebody that they ended up still killing. And it was an emotional moment at the end of the interview. But he was very firm. He was confident. And he was also on, is it Maria Bartiromo on CNBC? And he made a promise. And people are reacting a couple different ways on this here. Go ahead, Rob.
Economic growth and what have you, just by a change that we hope to bring to the table, that would be probably over $1 trillion worth of impact and revenue to the American economy
Whoa.
just by Iran's market being open to America, and how much we stand to benefit from billions of dollars willing to be invested into Iran, economic growth and what have you.
How do you process that?
So hold on. We got to pause right there. Did you see what he just said? Now, this gentleman that was talking on Fox right there with Maria Balazaroma, he used to be a former leader of Iran back in the day. Now, he's saying that this Iran play could add in revenue $1 trillion in revenue. Let's go a little deeper. Here we go.
He's saying if it opens up, it could be how much money in business returning for installing him. I don't know if he's saying for installing him. Okay, he is still saying, I want to be the transitional leader. And I think on 60 Minutes, they asked him, do you want to be the king? Do you want to be the president? Neither. He says, I'm just trying to be the transitional leader while they're going through this next phase. Tom, what do you think about what he's saying here with trillions of dollars worth of business in return?
I believe him. If you look at energy trade, you look at opportunities for U.S. Companies and construction, and I'm going to say a terrible word here. There's Halliburton and a lot of and GE and a lot of companies out there that would get contracts for doing a lot of rebuilding. I think he's right. I think he's right that if there was a stabilized Iran that was well behaved and the sanctions, the economic sanctions came off, that's $1 trillion worth of business. Now, I think if he puts it that way and he's kind of clever with it, he's got to be careful with it. Either you're going to be a transitional leader and you're going to help restore order and someone's going to be there or not. But I think I don't know, how do you dangle, well, if you let me get in there and be transition, I'll get you $1 trillion. That's kind of what I heard. And it's like, wait a minute, we're talking about peace and stability. The fact that there would be economic output later, we believe that it will happen, but don't dangle it in the same sentence.
Yeah, there's a couple things he said that, look, when you're on.
So I want you guys to pay attention to what this guy just said. Not Tom, when I was just talking, the guy was on Fox. $1 trillion worth of revenue coming in for replacing this regime in Iran. This is right after the Venezuelan play. Could this have been the play the whole time? Take over Venezuela, control that major asset, which is their oil, go into Iran, regime change there, right? Knowing that it could generate trillions of dollars in revenue, right? And if there is an attack on oil ships there, you have the oil in Venezuela to be able to cushion that blow because you're already selling it even more. Could that have been the play the whole time? Just saying, guys. Just saying. That right there caught my attention. I believe that this is maybe the play. Now, let's dive a little bit more into this oil side, okay? The oil side of this thing. Let's bring in our partner real fast, Anton Daniels. Shout out to my man Anton on this real quickly, and we're going to dive into the Venezuelan oil portion of this, guys. I believe that there is a financial play here, economic play here. There's economic play in Venezuela. There's an economic play also in Iran. But I believe these go hand in glove together. I believe they do. Let's dive into it.
I want to get you this hour to Nick Robertson, who is in Riyadh in Saudi Arabia, where, Nick, the Defense Ministry has just released a statement that 2 drones were intercepted and destroyed at one of its largest oil refineries. Nick, the Ras Tanura refinery is hugely economically significant. What do we know at this point?
Yeah, it's a very massive, sprawling facility. I've been there on a number of occasions before. It covers a vast area and is very important to Saudi Arabia's economy. It can produce capacity, about 500,000 barrels of oil a day. That's a significant number. What we're hearing...
More oil in Iran. More oil. So we control Venezuelan oil. Now we're going to control the resources also in Iran. Again, could this have been the play the whole time? Let's get into it.
From the spokesman at the Ministry of Defense here is that 2 drones were intercepted as they were flying towards that or in the vicinity of that refinery. These drones were intercepted. Debris fell. There are no casualties, and the spokesperson saying that this falling debris lit a fire in the area. This is obviously an area of concern for Saudi Arabia, thinking here of the ministerial.
Somebody said people cheering for war now is insane. I don't think that anybody is cheering for war. Nobody is wanting this to happen. Because we understand it may be a completely different conversation.
That part I disagree with Anton with. I believe the powers that be who planned this wanted this to happen. From an economic standpoint, this was the plan. Again, this is my opinion. I don't know this to be true. This is Liddell speaking from his opinion. But I believe that this was the plan all along.
Because we support our president, it may be a completely different conversation because we're looking to understand why things are happening. We trying to understand it from all angles is a completely different conversation. And I hate when people do that. I hate when people start to put words in your mouth and they say people cheering for war is crazy. Nobody is cheering for war. Maybe the Iranian people en masse are cheering because they want to be freed from the regime. I don't think that any American is saying, yes, let's go to war, or yes, let's go ahead and deal with Iran, or yes, let's partner with Israel in order to attack Iran or anything like that. But they're looking to understand why it's happening and trying to make sure that they're doing it for the right reasons, and they're just becoming more informed. Nobody supports having to go to war. That's the misconception. Just because, let me turn this down a little bit. I feel like my audio is a little high. That's the misconception. Just because we support our country and our president and we stand behind the decisions of our president does not mean that you're an advocate.
Saying that they had the right to take all necessary measures to protect their security and stability. So it comes within that context. Very clear diplomatic messages being sent from the Gulf states to Iran, and that fits in with the picture of the attacks that were witnessed over the past 36 hours in the Gulf.
The Strait of Hormuz, a major shipping route in the Middle East, is under threat, and the oil tanker Skylight was struck off the coast of Oman.
You remember I talking about, you what they said? It was struck off of the coast of Iran. Remember that. Remember what I'm saying. This is off the coast of Iran, which could have a negative effect on our oil pricing unless you control Venezuela's oil. I believe this was part of the play the entire time. The entire time. Is it smart? We have to see. But I can see the economic play behind this. I really can. And it is. And it looks chaotic, but I believe it's not, because I believe those that are behind this, Trump and his administration, they know what they're doing. They do. This is wow. There's a money play behind this. Now, as you guys know, I live in Texas, and there was a midterm election in Texas, right? So we'll go to the next one. All right. We got to dive into this one, guys, because some stuff actually happened that made national news. And I was actually on a panel talking about this, and I said, okay, I think I'm gonna cover this. And I actually voted in this election that I'm talking about right now. I voted in this election, right? So the midterm that actually happened. And there was let me get to my thing real fast. There we go. There was a Democrat side and a Republican side, as you know, for the U.S. Senate seat in Texas, right? Now, this was through Jasmine Crockett, right? And James Tallarico was the one on one side, and then you had Wesley Hunt, Ken Paxton, and John Cornyn. Here is the Democrat side on this midterm, guys. Here we go. Let's get into it.
And in the Democratic primary for U.S. Senate, the votes were counted overnight, and State Representative James Tallarico is the projected winner over Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett after taking almost 53% of the vote. We have team coverage with reporters on both of these races. Also, results from District 33 having its first election since Texas redrew district lines. We want to begin, though, with our Lacey Beasley.
Now, James Tallarico will be the winner for the Democratic primary for U.S. Senate here in Texas. His opponent, Jasmine Crockett, conceded this morning. And this comes after she pushed to keep the polls open here in Dallas County after there was some voter confusion. Take a listen to both candidates.
Every vote must be counted. Every voice must be heard. The voter suppression in my home county and in Congresswoman Crockett's home county underscores the gravity of this moment. Tonight, the people of our state gave this country a little bit of hope. And a little bit of hope is a dangerous thing.
We were able to keep the polls open, but I can tell you now that people have been disenfranchised. Unfortunately, this is what Republicans like to do.
Republicans?
And so they specifically targeted Dallas County, and I think we all know why.
Stop right there. Okay. Make this make sense to me. In Texas, in a Democrat primary, with two Democrat candidates in Dallas County. Dallas County is a liberal county. Okay? And when it comes to Texas, the counties run the elections. The counties do. Not the state, not the mayor, the counties run it. Okay? So tell me, and in this election right here, on the Democrat side, they said it was voter suppression and disenfranchising of voters. If that's the case, tell me how, when it came to the numbers of people voted in the Democrat primary, it tripled past the last primary. Who was disenfranchised? Casper the Friendly Ghost? I'm confused. I could have sworn disenfranchisement or voter suppression means less voters vote, not more. This is the dumbest thing I've heard in my life. And yet you blame it on the Republicans as if they had something to do with it. And it's Dallas County, and Dallas County is a liberal county. Make that make sense. So now, because Jasmine Crockett lost, and then James Tallarico, he came alongside of it as well on some BS. Now it's racist. That's what we're doing now. Because you lost the election, Jasmine. Now it's racist. I'm confused by this. And then they say, well, the Texas Supreme Court struck it down. Yes, because they're like, wait a minute. No, if we extend it for you, Dallas County, we have to extend it for every county. We can't do that. No. This is laughable. Yeah, we ain't done. Let's listen to it.
Crockett says, quote, "This morning I called James and congratulated him on becoming the Senate nominee. Texas is primed to turn blue, and we must remain united because this is bigger than any one person. This is about the future of all 30 million Texans and getting America back on track. With the primary behind us, Democrats must rally around our nominees and win. I'm committed to doing my part and will continue working to elect Democrats up and down the ballot, end quote. After being named the projected winner, Tallarico released a statement saying, quote, "We're about to take back Texas." Next, he'll face off against the winner with the Republican Senate race, and that's either John Cornyn or Ken Paxton.
So right there, guys, that's the Democrat side of the U.S. Senate seat. Now, they said the same thing when Ted Cruz was on the ballot 2 years ago against Beto O'Rourke. That's what they said. We'll see. We'll see. Now, let's go over to the Republican side, okay? And I actually voted I voted on the ballot. I did. I voted in this election. I did. Let's go to here, real quickly here, and let's go to the Republican side. And it was between three individuals. John Cornyn, Texas, who was the incumbent. The Texas Attorney General, Ken Paxton, and Wesley Hunt. Okay. As you can see here, Wesley Hunt was in third with roughly 13%. And of course, Ken Paxton and Cornyn are advancing to a runoff now because neither one of them got 50%. That's the rule in Texas. But I want you guys to pay close attention. Let me make this bigger for everybody so everybody can see what's going on, okay? Look at the voter totals here. Cornyn, 571,000, right? Paxton, 535,000. That's roughly about 34,000 votes, right? Wesley Hunt at 170,000 votes. It's safe to say when it comes to runoff, whoever he supports will win the nomination. Whoever Wesley Hunt supports will win the nomination. Very simple. All right? Let's get into what they got to say too. Here we go.
To a runoff, according to our NBC News projection here. So, to the point that we're making around the table here with Ryan and Garrett, you see we've got about 57% of the vote in. And Senator John Cornyn, Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton will be advancing, which means this thing's going till the end of May, folks. That's how this is going to go down. This is, I don't think, a surprise for anybody involved. I will say in some of my conversations with both campaigns, I asked a little bit about Democrats. Are you even thinking about what that Democratic race would look like? And I think the focus on a potential runoff, and here we are projecting, in fact, it will be a runoff. Let me bring in Steve Kornacki now, who's following it. Not a shocker, but maybe where the numbers landed is what's a bit surprising here to the point that we're making.
Yeah, I mean, look, about 60% in Cornyn ahead here by 3 points. Keep in mind, this is basically, most of this is early vote, although what we've been tracking, we keep saying, what's the difference between the early vote and the same day vote? So as the rest of this comes in, is it going to move? There's not a ton of same day vote that's come in, but the same day vote so far that's come in has been 43-40 for Paxton. And in those same places where it's come in, where that same day's come in, it had been 43-40 Cornyn in the early. So it's safe to say, guys, it's going to be a runoff between Paxton and Cornyn. I believe most likely, who's going to win this, in my opinion, between Cornyn and Paxton? I think that most likely it may be Paxton to win this one because what's his name? John Cornyn. He's not really liked at all in Texas. He's not liked at all. Let me say that he got some votes. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. The reason why he probably got the vote in this one is because Ken Paxton does come with a little baggage. So the concern is if Ken advances, the baggage may bring him down. If Cornyn advances, he's not very well liked. But in Cornyn's last election, he actually won very handily, and the same sentiment was there by him then. This is fresh after, I believe, he drafted that gun law, that PPU law,
terrible law he actually drafted. But the person that's going to determine this election, in this primary, is going to be Wesley Hunt. And I believe that Wesley Hunt is going to have a serious say in who wins this election, and even in the general. The strongest candidate to me out of these three was Wesley Hunt. He was. He had some name ID as well, but in Texas, Ken Paxton is extremely popular in some form or fashion because of the fact that he beat the impeachment. He did. And that made him the most powerful politician in Texas. It did. It is. So we'll see how this thing goes, man. See how this thing goes. Okay. Now, guys, let's go to some breaking news. Everybody knows what actually happened today. Let me read this real fast. Breaking news real quickly, guys, on this. Here we go. Let me get to it real fast. As you guys can see, Kristi Noem has been fired as the Secretary of Homeland Security. Now, I won't say she was fired. She was reassigned to another location, but she was replaced. Right? Let's see what's going on this real fast, guys, and then we get into it. Here we go.
President Trump has fired DHS Secretary Kristi Noem. Okay.
Do you want some more details?
Yeah, why don't you give me some details on that, Taylor?
Mark Wayne Mullen, the senator, has taken over for her.
So Trump said the current Secretary Kristi Noem, who has served us well, has had numerous and spectacular results, will be moving on to be special envoy for the Shield of the Americas, our new security initiative in the Western Hemisphere. We are announcing that on Saturday. Anyways, so he's saying that on Truth Social. And yes, to your point, Mark Wayne Mullen is in.
And Dagan Mark Wayne Mullen.
Yep. Badass. Mark is tough and to the point. There is a long story behind Kristi Noem running DHS. I won't necessarily go into all the details. A lot of ink has been spilled, say in the Wall Street Journal, the story that she wrote about Noem and Corey Lewandowski. The issue, just from a Homeland Security perspective and what was going on with ICE, is that there was tension, fighting between Noem, Lewandowski, and Tom Homan about how to pursue the ICE apprehensions of illegal aliens. Tom Homan, criminal illegal aliens, was supposed to be his focus, or he wanted it to be. And so there was a huge issue around that. I would say she was point blank asked yesterday about Corey Lewandowski on Capitol Hill in the hearing, and she made no denials about it. It just was not good yesterday.
Jackie, I go to you on this one. I just note some of the things that President Trump wrote about Senator Mark Wayne Mullen in this Truth Social post. A mega warrior, a former undefeated professional MMA fighter, Mark Wayne truly gets along with people, knows the wisdom and courage required to advance our America First agenda. As the only Native American in the Senate, Mark Wayne is a fantastic advocate for our incredible tribal communities. He will work tirelessly to keep our border secure, stop migrant crime, murderers, and other criminals from illegally entering our country.
So again, her replacement is Senator Mark Wayne Mulligan. I actually like him a lot, guys. He's kind of funny, but he's a no nonsense guy as well. Also, he's from Oklahoma. Oklahoma is I would say blood. It's Oklahoma is that there's no. Oklahoma has no, I think, no Democrats at all. That was shocking to me. But he's a good guy. He actually did an interview today. Then we're going to look at it for a second. They asked him to come in. He started talking a little bit about it. Let's see what he says real fast. Here is the future Secretary of Homeland Security, Senator Mullen. Here we go.
A little bit of surprise for us, and so the president and I, as you guys know, we're great friends, and we get along great. I look forward to working with him and his cabinet. Of course, we still got to go through this little thing called confirmation, and we're going to get started on it right away.
Tell us about the conversation. What did he say? Did he call you?
You guys have been with me long enough, asking enough questions. You know I don't share private conversations.
Are you? Tell me your reaction. Tell me your reaction.
Are you going to the White House today?
I don't think I'm going today. I think I need to talk to my wife first.
Do you expect
to get support from Democrats?
Tell us your reaction when you got the phone call from him.
I was excited. I mean,
when you saw his name calling.
Well, it came from the White House, so it came from the switchboard. But I was excited. The president, first of all, the president and I have a really good relationship. We talk all the time, anyways. I've got to be honest with you, I wasn't expecting the call today, but super excited. And I'm more excited about just ready to get started. There's a lot of work we can do to get Department of Homeland Security working, working for the American people. You know, the Department of Homeland Security has a very broad jurisdiction, and I think there's a lot of work that we need to do, and I'm excited about it.
Senator Fetterman says he's going to vote for you. Do you expect other Democrats to vote for you?
John already texted me, and of course you guys know John and I are friends too, and so I don't know. We're going to try to earn everybody's vote. I want people to understand. When I go into this position, yes, I'm a Republican, yes, I'm conservative. But Department of Homeland Security is to keep everybody, regardless if you support me, if you don't support me, regardless of what your thoughts are. I'm here to enforce the policies that Congress passed, and right now I'm part of it, but once I make that transition, my focus is to keep the homeland secure. That's going to be my focus, and we're super excited about this opportunity. Let me go here.
Any lessons learned from the past?
Senator Schumer said that the rot is throughout the agency, and that changing the head at the top may not necessarily change the culture of the agency. What do you tell Democrats?
I'm gonna have a conversation with if Mr. Schumer wants to sit down and talk to me, I'm going to sit down and talk to him. I want to try to earn their support, and I'm going to be very open and honest with them. And at the end of the day, all I can do is do my job. And so I'm not going to get in a tit for tat. But if they have real concerns, I'm going to listen to it. I'm going to see if it's practical. But nothing's going to prevent me from doing my job. I'm going to enforce the policies and the laws that Congress has passed, and we're going to protect our homeland.
Senator, you know that immigration enforcement.
I'm going to take one more, and then I need to go.
Thank you, Senator. Just looking at some of the criticism that Noam has faced, is there any learning lessons that you have picked up from Noam in the ways in which you want to lead the agency a little bit differently?
Christy is a friend, and I haven't had time to call Christy yet, and our Secretary Noam, and our families are friends. She was tasked to do a very difficult job, and I think she has performed the best she can do underneath the circumstances. Is there always lessons that can be learned? Listen, my wife and I, we have over the years we have been fortunate enough to purchase companies and grow our companies, and every day there's something you can do better. And so I think there's an opportunity to build off successes. And there's also opportunities to build off things that maybe didn't go quite as planned. So,
that is the future Secretary of Homeland Security, Senator Mullen. Good guy, like him a lot. It's going to be very interesting to see how the confirmation hearing goes with him. Good guy. I would say, hey, let's, whether you're a Democrat or Republican, let's go into this with our wide eyes and give him a shot and make him earn your support, which is fine. Ask him tough questions, which is fine, and kind of go from there. But I like the pick, which is cool. I say congratulations to Secretary Noam, Home Secretary Noam, for her work. I think she did the best she could. But I would say it's time to move on and go a different direction, which is fine. But again, breaking news here on the Economy podcast earlier today. The former Secretary of Homeland Security and also former Governor, Kristi Noem, has been replaced as the Secretary of Homeland Security by Senator Mark Mullen, and I believe she's been moved over to another post from on the international stage. So she has been removed. Man, interesting. Well, guys, man, here is my solutions part of this thing. When it comes to Texas, in this Texas primary, guys, the general election for the U.S. Senate, James Tallarico, he's a smooth talking individual, and whether it be Cornyn or Paxton, if you don't bring your A game, he gonna hand you your ass. He is. Okay, he's not as bombastic as Beto. He's more smooth. He's easy to listen to, and I believe his points is his target audience is not the Democrat side, it's those moderates, it's those independents, right? So again, or those that may be anti-Cornyn or anti-Paxton for some odd reason. Do I believe that the Republican Party is going to win this one? Yes, I do. I believe that they're going to destroy James. It's not going to be. It'll be closer than it. It may be a little bit closer than most people what most people think. I still think it's going to be by a wide margin because they actually ran somebody against Ken Paxton for the Texas Attorney General, and that person got destroyed. So again, and this is when Ken was going through all of his woes legally. Okay. So again, guys, I'm just saying, the same people are voting for this seat that were voted for Ken Paxton as the Texas Attorney General, and Texas loves him as Texas AG. They love him. John Cornyn is different. John Cornyn is a guy that, in my opinion, needs to retire. He needs to retire. All right? He needs to go. Okay? He needs to go. I wish it would have been Wesley Hunt. I was kind of pulling for him a little bit. He got my vote. He did. But I don't know who West is going to get behind. I don't know. There are deals being made behind the scenes. They are. Now, going really quickly back to the Secretary of Homeland Security. You just heard it's Oklahoma Senator Mark Wayne Mullen, which means there's going to be an open seat in the Senate that the sitting governor of Oklahoma gets to choose who goes to this seat. Hey, Governor, let me get the governor's name real fast. I want to call you by your name, brother. I'm going to call you by your name. Governor of Oklahoma. Let's go. His name is, and I actually like him. He's tall too. My God, Kevin Stitt, Governor Stitt is his name. I want you guys to see him. I'm gonna go to images. This is the governor of. So I get it up here real fast, y'all. My bad. Can I? I'm not doing that. Oh, here you go. This is the governor of. So I'll make this bigger. Can I make it bigger? Yes, I can. That is the governor of Oklahoma, Governor Stitt. Okay, Governor Stitt, big dog. I got somebody that I want to recommend to you, big man. You know what I'm talking about? Somebody that is a really good senator. He actually ran for the Senate against now Senator Mark Wayne Mullen. And Mark Wayne Mullen won that the primary fair and square. Good, clean race. There's somebody that you can recommend, big dog. Let me go and bring him up for the folk in the back row. For the folk in the back row. I'll get a bad picture of this dude real fast, man. Here we go. His name is T.W. Shannon. That's his name for the folk in the back. Let's go. He is the former Oklahoma House Representative, Speaker of the House, the first black Speaker of the House for Oklahoma. Hey, Governor Stitt, that's your guy right here, baby. T.W. Shannon, that's my dude, baby. Hey, man, I'm not an Oklahomian, but baby, my child is finna go to Oklahoma State University. You know what I'm talking about? In the fall, so I'll be up there a lot. Hey, I love to call him Senator Shannon. You know what I'm talking about? Senator T.W. Shannon. Right now, y'all, T.W.'s running for lieutenant governor. Great. Hey, brother Shannon, big dog, man. Hey, look at you pointing in the eyes, man. If you get the phone call from Governor Stitt, take it, baby. Take it. Hey, could we actually get some type of a round of applause or something so we can get this brother right here, my man right here, him as the new senator of Oklahoma, T.W. Shannon. Hey, here we go. Yeah. Yeah, come on, T.W., baby. We see you, baby. Come on, man. Hey, T.W. Shannon, man, you should be the referred governor. I mean, the referred senator that the governor Stitt actually says that she's going to see. Hey, let's push for him, guys. My Oklahomians, push for T.W. Shannon as the new senator for Oklahoma that the governor assigns. He appoints. All right, guys. My man, T.W. It's my dude, baby. All right. Well, guys, man, that's all I have for today, man. This was a lightheaded one real fast, guys. Hey, tomorrow, real quickly, guys. Tomorrow, right? We have Real Estate Friday Live. Me and Cliff talk about all things real estate. We're going to be talking about crypto and real estate. We've been really on this crypto thing because crypto is actually being implemented into a lot of lending right now, right, on the retail and investor space. So it's important for real estate investors to be able to understand these type of things. Now, here we go. Here's a little bit of a sample, what you guys would get with Cliff. Now, here we go. Sir, there's a GC right there, Cliff.
Go. It's piers. We got concrete piers and wood piers.
Yes, sir.
Checklist. Check out the checklist. We got it for everything we need.
Yes, sir.
Right, you forget some things sometimes. So this is going to outline. Make sure you hit every single thing. What's the foundation? Plumbing, electric, painting, flooring, everything. So you don't miss anything.
Okay.
You want to make sure you get all your checks.
Okay. I want to introduce you guys to Cliff Hunter. Cliff is a world-renowned flipper. He actually flips. He's also a GC as well. He's a good contractor. When it comes to all of our renovations all over the nation, you'll talk to this guy right here. Yes, sir, guys. Real Estate Friday Live, baby. Every single Friday, guys, at 5 p.m. CST, man. It's Cliff and I. Come kick it with us, man. We try to do things the right way, man. We talk about all things real estate, man. Hey, at 5 p.m. CST on all platforms, come kick it with us. Also, guys, we are about to drop our Kind of Move podcast, the interview series, guys, where we actually bring in a mogul that, whether it be in politics, business, finance, you name it, or just life, guys, and bring them in, and we talk about a lot of things. It's what we call our whiteboard series, guys. All right. So here's a little bit of a taste of what you get. Here we go. One of the many questions that I receive is, Liddell, how do I get into those rooms? Well, this interview series is just for you. So welcome to the room.
We on now. They respect us cause we on now. Money up, run a whole town, don't we? This power money can't slow down. Money won't slow down.
Guys, that is the Countable Podcast, baby. The Whiteboard series. We bring on an expert, a mogul in the political, business, and finance arena, even life as well, pastors as well, to talk about who they are, how they got to where they're at, and we walk through the formulas they actually use to get to that level. All right. Also, guys, if you want to ask me any questions, guys, pick my brain at all. I am on the app, excuse me, Manect, right? Manect. Instead of you texting me, give you my phone number at all, period, you can reach out to me on this app, guys. You can send me a message via text message, schedule a video phone call with me as well. I can respond via video as well with my phone, and it's me actually responding. It's me, guys. And there's a lot of deals that are actually being negotiated on this app, right? You can scan on the QR code here or click on the link below in the show notes, guys, and schedule time to talk with me. Ask me anything you want to ask me, guys, and I hope I give you some value. Well, guys, man. Oh, and lastly, let me get rid of this real quickly, guys. Hey, we are giving away our free ebook, guys, every single time, guys. I talk about it as well. You make money in real estate when you buy, not when you sell. You know, I'm in real estate development, private equity finance. And guys, you make money when you buy, not when you sell. So that actually being stated, guys, if you want a free cap of how to locate distressed properties in your city, county, or state, click on the link below in the show notes, scan on the QR code, or DM me the word real estate. I will get over you to the link. Go download it, guys. It's right there, guys. And we also are putting in the bonus also how you can use AI to be able to pull your comparables. Yes. And Cliff and I are going to be dropping something the next month and a half that only people in our cash flow community are going to get the first dibs to it, guys. It's going to change the entire game for real estate, guys. And it's going to be using your phone. Yes, sir. Guys. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for your time. God bless you, guys. Hey, see you tomorrow at 5 p.m., guys. You know I end it every time before you leave, baby. And while you can, you see that thing, baby. Take the picture for your mom and holler at your partner. God bless you guys. See you guys tomorrow, guys. All right, at 5 p.m. All right, y'all. Peace. Still working 40 plus hours a week and still broke. Inflation's outpacing your wages. Insurance is insane. And your side hustle just isn't cutting it. What if I told you there was a way for you to build income by leveraging and using the exact same technology that banks and big corporations currently use right now, with no inventory and no tech skills needed? We have helped hundreds escape the paycheck-to-paycheck trap by sharing smarter services like lower cost healthcare, competitive auto and home insurance, better loan products, higher yield bank deposits, and even ways to cut energy costs, all in one place. Take this 30-second quiz to see if you qualify. Click on the link below or click on the link in my bio.
Okay, so you did fixes and flips first, or were they? Now it sounds like you're more buy and hold. Okay, so you're wholesaling first. Okay,
because I was broke. I had no credit, I had no money, so I had to get some money coming in. So I learned how to do wholesale.
And you were doing wholesaling at the good time too. 2000. When it wasn't so saturated. I
kind of saw the debacle coming. Okay, it didn't make any sense. I was like, wait a minute, how can you lend out to retail buyers 99.7%?
Yeah,
just a little bit of a down tick. It's insolvent.
And you got to remember, in some states, because I lived in Florida at the time, you could have loan to value above 100% of your property.
Right.
The first property that I bought, it was 110%. We left the bank with like $30,000.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
It was amazing to me. I was like, why am I not doing this all the time? But then clearly 08, 09 let me know why people shouldn't have been doing that all the time.
08, 09, that's why I made that lion's share of my money.
Wow. Okay.
Actually running from the cows, I was running to it.
Of course.
Because I saw it was coming.
Okay.
A lot of my business colleagues back then were buying flippers.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was wise for me to share 50% of my profit with Uncle Sam. He didn't do no work.
Okay.
So why would I give him free money?
Of course.
Okay, how can I make sure I'm still legal, but keep the lion's share of the cash flow?
Of course.
So I began studying the tax code with my accountants and CPAs, and I said, okay, I'm going to buy and hold a lot of properties. Now watch this. I actually buy a lot of properties and I take home money when I actually acquire it. Every single time.
Okay, you need to break that down just a little bit.
If you'd like to learn how successful real estate investors make money when they acquire real estate and not when they sell it, click on the link below, swipe up, DM me the word to real estate. to download our free ebook, Distressed Property Investing. The blueprint is in the ebook. Stay blessed. I'll let your partner and download the ebook today.